If I give you this data set and I ask you this question, which regression model will fit this data correctly? What will be your answer? Did I hear you say linear model? Stop it, my dear. The linear model is commonly wrongly used. Just because it is the default model option in SPSS doesn't mean linear model is what you must use for all data. Please follow me as I show you how to fit the right model to this data. What you should do first is to plot the graph of this data to have the basic idea of the data structure. That is to see how the data varies across seasons. To do that, go to the menu bar and click on Graph. From the sub-menu, put your cursor on the Legacy dialogs, and from the drop-down options, click on Scatter Dot. This operation opens a small window comprising several scatterplot options. Click on the Simple Scatter to select the option, and then click on Define to open the dialog box. Move the independent variable month to the x-axis and move the dependent variable SST to the y-axis. Click OK to produce the scatter plot. This scatter plot gives you the basic indication of the data structure. As you can see, the temperature rises, falls, and rises again across the season. This data has two curvatures or turning points. If you know what you are doing, this is where you have to choose the right polynomial regression model without guessing. For me, I would have just gone straight and choose cubic polynomial regression model because I know it is the model that has the flexible curvature properties that can represent the structure of a data that has at least two turning points. But for the sake of knowledge, I will walk you through the step-by-step procedure to select the model that best fits this observed data. Now, double-click anywhere on the plot to open the chart editor. Go to the menu bar and click on Elements, and from the options, click on Fit Line at Total. This operation will open the Properties dialog box that comes with a linear model as a default option. This is where many students and researchers use linear regression model wrongly. They go straight to accept the default setting and believed all is well. Doing this can lead to biased conclusions and poor predictions. As you can see, the linear model did not correctly represent the structure of the data because the linear model shows that the temperature decreases across the season. With the linear model, a lot of information is missing because, as you can see, the sea surface temperature started at a higher value and increases for a few months, then falls rapidly for some months and rises again for the remaining parts of the year, suggesting presence of seasonal variation. So the linear model underfits this data because the rise and fall of the sea surface temperature is not captured by the linear model. Take a look at the arrow square value. It is 0.087, which means the amount of variance explained by the linear model is only 8.7%, and this is very low, indicating that the linear model failed to represent the true data structure. Now, let's fit a quadratic model to this data. Quadratic model has the curvature property of only one turning point, but let's see if it can fit this data appropriately. So, click the radio button for quadratic and click Apply to fit the model. As you can see, the quadratic model has been fitted to the data and is better than fitting the linear model. But the model only relatively or partially fits the data structure because the quadratic model shows that the temperature decreases and rises rapidly across the season. This model still underfits the data as the first increment period during the first 3 months was not captured, though the arrow square improved to 0.525, showing that the amount of variance explained by the quadratic model is 52.5%, which is high. The data structure is not perfectly represented by the quadratic model. The first part, where the temperature increases, was not captured by the model. As you can see, the quadratic model also failed to represent the true structure, even though the coefficient of variation arrow square is high. This is so because quadratic polynomial regression model has the curvature flexibility for only one turning point, and in this dataset, we have 2 turning points. Now, let's fit a cubic model that has the property of flexible curvature that can handle complexity of 2 turning points. Click the radio button for cubic and click Apply. As you can see, the cubic polynomial regression model has been fitted to the data, and the curvatures approximately well fitted the observed data, capturing the increasing and decreasing temperature variations. Take a look at the arrow square. The arrow square strongly improved to 0.826, which means the variance explained by the data when the cubic model was fitted is 82.6%, which is higher than the arrow square for both the linear model and the quadratic model. Therefore, the right model for this data is the cubic regression model because it has an improved coefficient of variation, arrow square, and the model approximately well represented the true structure of the data. However, by a simple rule of thumb, I can confidently advise you as follows on how to choose the right model for your data. 1. Choose the linear model if your data has no turning point but a linear trend. 2. Choose the quadratic model if your data has only one turning point regardless of the direction of the turning point. And 3. Choose the cubic model if your data has one or two turning points. However, there are other higher polynomial regression models such as quadratic model of order 4 and quintic model of order 5, both of which are unfortunately outside the scope of discussion in this tutorial. So, you can see that linear regression model is commonly wrongly used. It is not in every data that requires fitting a regression model that the linear model must be used. There is criterion, as you can see in this video, that must guide you to make the appropriate choice of model. If this content makes you learn something today, please give this video a thumbs up to like it, click the subscription button and press the bell for notification. Subscription is free. Please share this video to your various platforms for someone in need to also see and learn. My name is Titocan and this is Titocan Math Solutions, a YouTube channel for improving the knowledge of how to do things. Thank you and I see you again in the next video. Bye.